I've got a formidable opponent in Senator Clinton. I respect Senator Clinton. She was a friend of mine before this campaign. She'll be a friend of mine after this campaign. Because we're going to have to unify together to win in November. But I do have to say I was listening to some of the things Senator Clinton said down here in Mississippi over the last couple days. So I am going to have to say a little bit about it. You know, as I understand it, both Senator Clinton and President Clinton repeatedly talked about how I would be a great vice president. That's what they said. They kept on saying, well, you know, he would be a fine vice president. That would be a formidable team with Clinton at the top and Obama in second place. Now, first of all, with all due respect, I've won twice as many states as Senator Clinton. I've won more of the popular vote than Senator Clinton. I have more delegates than Senator Clinton. So I don't know how somebody who's in second place is offering the vice presidency to the person who's in first place. I mean, I'm just wondering because if I was in second place, I could understand it. But I'm in first place right now. So that's point number one. But there's another, there's a second point. This is an interesting point. I want you guys to follow me on this. You know, President Bill Clinton, back in 1992, when he was being asked about his selection for vice president, he said, the only criteria, the most important criteria for vice president is that that person is ready. If I fell out in the first week, that he or she would be ready to be the commander-in-chief. That was his criteria. Now, they have been spending the last 2-3 weeks. You remember with that advertisement with a phone call, getting all the generals to say, well, we're not sure he's ready. I'm ready on day one. He may not be ready yet. But I don't understand. If I'm not ready, how is it that you think I should be such a great vice president? Do you understand that? See, you know, I was trying to explain to somebody a while back the okey doke. Y'all know the okey doke? It's like when somebody's trying to bamboozle you, when they're trying to hoodwink you. They are trying to hoodwink you. You can't say that he's not ready on day one unless he's willing to be your vice president. Then he'd be willing to, then he's ready on day one. So look, I just want everybody to be absolutely clear here, okay? I want everybody to be absolutely clear. We are in a tough battle, and I don't presume that I have won this election. Senator Clinton is fighting hard. She is tenacious. I respect her for that. She is working hard to win the nomination. But I want everybody to be absolutely clear. I'm not running for vice president. I'm running for president of the United States of America. I'm running for president of the United States of America. I'm running to be commander-in-chief. And the reason I'm running to be commander-in-chief is because I believe that the most important thing when you answer that phone call at 3 in the morning is what kind of judgment do you have? Not how long you've been in Washington, but what kind of judgment do you have when you're answering that phone? And I believe that I have shown better judgment than Senator Clinton. I believe I offer a clean break from the policies of George Bush, because Senator Clinton went along with George Bush on the war in Iraq. Senator Clinton went along with George Bush on her willingness to try to saber rattle when it came to Iran. She has gone along with many of the conventional ways of thinking about foreign policy that have gotten us into trouble. That is what I intend to change when I am president of the United States. So I don't want anybody here thinking that somehow, well, you know, maybe I can get both. Don't think that way. You have to make a choice in this election. Are you going to go along with the past, or are you going to go towards the future? Are you going to do the same old thing, or are you going to try something new? I am not running for vice president. I do not believe Senator Clinton is about change, because in fact, this kind of gamesmanship, talking about me as vice president, but maybe he's not ready for commander-in-chief, that's exactly the kind of double speak, double talk that Washington is very good at, that people who spend a long time in Washington have a lot of experience at, but is not going to solve the problems of the country. Have I been clear? I want to make sure I'm clear to everybody. We have a choice to make. Senator Clinton and Senator McCain represent the conventional wisdom in Washington. I want to break that conventional thinking. So